Greetings, my friends. This is Matthew, aka the Nuclear Cyborg. Thank you for clicking on this video. And in this video, I'm going to be continuing my series of my fragrance collection, and this is part 3. This is going to be feature, well, as I have them arranged, it's going to be feature fragrance 11 through 15. So, again, thank you for clicking on this video. As of recording of this video, it is just short of 1 p.m. It just switched to 1 p.m. on March the 2nd. So, again, thank you for the third time. Thank you for clicking on this video. I've been saying in the last few videos that, I'd like to get more likes, more comments, more subscribers. So, please, I thank you again, fourth time. Thank you for clicking on this video. And if you like what you see, please consider clicking that like button, subscribing to the channel, and dropping a comment down below whether you like fragrance, you like what the fragrances I have, if you wear fragrance yourself, and you kind of comment down below. And even constructive criticism, which is probably something that I need. I'm not sure if I can overcome some of the things that I consider to be downfalls. I stutter all the time, and I really don't have a train of thought. I lose my train of thought, and I don't really have a script. So, like I said, all that is welcome. So, for the fifth time, thank you for clicking on this video, and we're going to jump right into it. Like I said, I have 5 fragrances here, not in any particular order. I'm just going by, order that I have them. I guess there is a specific order. I have them arranged in my cabinet over in my bedroom. It's the smallest bottle that I have to the biggest bottle that I have. So they're not and that's the only right order. They're not like any kind of order like least expensive to most expensive, cold weather fragrances and warm weather fragrances, as I like to do, because the weather here in Kentucky is always different. As an example, the weather yesterday was such a nice day. It was so pretty outside. It was still a little cool. You still had to wear kind of pants and maybe a light jacket. But it was a very nice day. The sun was out. It was shining. The birds were out. You had wispy clouds, clear blue sky. It was such a beautiful day yesterday. And today, I don't know how it can change in 8 to 12 hours. I really don't. But it's the complete opposite today. It is cold, wet, rainy, gray. You can't see the sun, even though it's a little bit light outside. You can, excuse me about that. Got a text message here on my watch. So, but no particular order besides fragrance 11 through 15, as I have them arranged in my collection. So here we go. We'll jump right into the first one, and then I'll try to decide within this video, and then I'll get some more thoughts when I finish this video about how I'm going to do my next part, because it might feature 5 or it might feature 7. So I'm not sure. Let me see. 23 fragrances. So it might feature 5 or 8. It might feature 5 or 8. I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided if I want to do 2 more parts or just go ahead and finish it. So, but without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into this, okay? All right, here we go. Okay, guys, we'll jump right into fragrance number 1. I just want to say first that, in these series of videos, I've been trying to go back and do things better, easier. Well, I'm not sure, but easier is the word. But I've posted some of these fragrance videos on my channel before, but as I rewatched them, they weren't that good because, as I said before, I tend to stutter a lot, and there's no really natural flow, I suppose you might say. So I'm just trying to do this better, trying to do it quick and simple. Easy. There's that easy. I'm not sure exactly if it's easy, but anyway. So hopefully we'll just keep this video short and sweet and simple. So let's move right on to the first one. The first fragrance actually is one that I don't wear that much, and I spray onto my clothes mostly sometimes when I go to the gym, if I wear it. This is Versace Eros EDT version. As you can see, you should be able to see it there on the camera, because I can. You see right there where the liquid line right there is. So I haven't really used much of it. It's okay. I mean, it's just widely known. That's why I got it. It doesn't really stand out to me, so I don't know if I'll get this again once I run out, if I run out, because using only that much. Again, I don't know exactly when I purchased this, and I didn't. I don't think I got it from a department store, not online. So the price may vary. I have a price here from FragranceNet, but it might vary from a department store to online fragrance store. So I don't know how long I'm going to keep this in my collection, obviously, but I just don't know how long it'll take me to finish this bottle, the 3.3 ounce bottle, or it might be 3.4 ounce bottle. Just 1 ounce doesn't really make a difference, but anyway, how long it'll take me to finish this bottle. But the cap is it's good. It has a little bit of weight to it, not much, but it securely fastens over the cap, or over the nozzle, so that's very good. Again, keeping your fragrance fresh, keeping the air out, so it doesn't dilute your fragrance inside, the juice inside. I like the bottle. The bottle is kind of like a square that has been smushed into a just squished. So, and it has a indentation of the god Eros, the love god Eros. They're all from Roman mythology on the front there. It has a lot of these symbols, as you might be able to see. You know what? I'm gonna see if I can turn out the my lights here and see if that'll may help you see better. These lights really don't work anymore, or well, they just don't work in the videos anymore. That might work a little bit better. I can see a little bit better myself. So, yeah, but you can see the indentions of the lines and the design around the edges there. So, I said this doesn't really strike me. It doesn't stand out to me. So like I said, I don't know why. I wouldn't tell you why. If somebody asked me why I have this in my collection, I don't know why. Except maybe that it's well known. It's supposed to be a very popular fragrance, but really to me it's okay. What I catch the most is again going through these fragrance videos. Again, I'm not going to read off all the fragrance notes because some of the notes I didn't know and I stumbled over trying to read them and I just ended up spelling them out because I just didn't know how to pronounce them. But the one note that actually stands out to me the most is the one that I have on here, mint. I actually smell the mint. So that's probably the most distinguishing note that I hear, smell. And then honestly, guys, got other flowery kind of notes. So I guess it could be a year-round fragrance. Mint, kind of puts me in mind of cold weather and the Christmas time, stuff like that. So that'd be a good to wear. I can still wear it now, with it being so a little cold outside. But I've watched Jeremy Fragrance, and he's featured this in his videos numerous times, and he says this is a great clubbing fragrance. And again, I don't know, I don't go clubbing that often. I do have a shindig with my brothers this weekend, and we're gonna be doing something. We're gonna be getting together with a couple of people, so I might wear this for that, just for that, to because it will be going out, not necessarily out to a club, but we might have a few be having a few drinks and eating and whatnot. So this is okay. Again, I don't know. Some people might like it more than I do. Have this in my collection. It's okay. I'd give it a 3 out of 5 stars. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. It doesn't really strike me as a big fragrance. Like I think these part 1 and part 2, all the fragrances I featured. I might buy again. Once they end, either will specifically buy again or maybe buy again once those run out. This one, I'm not sure if I would get this one again. I think I was just in the department store with my mom. We passed the fragrance aisle, or fragrance section, and I was like, Mom, just stop and let me see if I can get a fragrance while we're out. And we might have been out Christmas shopping last year, so maybe I had some money left over from my Christmas budget, and I just wanted to buy myself a fragrance, and so but that's Versace Eros EDT. I said you can get this on FragranceNet. I said, but I didn't. I got it at a department store. But you can get it at FragranceNet, $108.99 for FragranceNet for a 3.4 ounce bottle. Okay, so that was number 11 in my collection. How I order them in my collection. So that was Versace Eros. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, everybody, let's move on to fragrance number 12 in my collection. This one, as you could probably see, I've worn pretty much. And actually, this bottle, let me just say that it actually, to find this fragrance, actually took me some time. This is Guerlian La Homme Ideal EDP. I believe, where did they say this is from? I want to say, was it Germany or Italy? Let me see. Let me search for this right quick on the website, and then just to see. Let me see if I can find where it's from. Okay, Guerlian FragranceNet, Fragnotica, Guerlian. This is the Guerlian website, so that might tell me exactly where it's from. I want to say it's from Germany, but don't quote me on that. So just you can find it on fragrance. No, but I don't. I think I'm not sure if it's available on FragranceNet. EDL home. There we go. 2 sizes available. So let's see. Brand information. Guerlian. This designer house of Guerlian. Let's see. Now it's not I can't find where it's from. Like I said, I can't remember. But I tried to find this. I've been trying to find this for a long time. It took me a while to find this fragrance. I even went to one of the countries that you can go to at Epcot in Walt Disney World. They have that. They have a cologne store. There's three cologne stores in the World Showcase of Epcot at Walt Disney World, and in 3 different countries, 3 different cologne stores. And one of the Guerlian has a fragrance shop there. I think, if I recall the story right, it was later in the day, and if you're familiar with Disney and how they do their Fast Pass system or their Lightning Lane system, whatever the heck it's called these days, is that we were there, we got to the shop, we were trying to kill time, so we finally got to the Guerlian perfume shop, and I was looking for it, and I was just about to ask for it. I was actually talking to a associate, somebody at the store, and they were about to go get it, or about to approach me, talk to me, something. And another one of my friends from the family members or friends says, "Oh, we gotta go. It's time for our fast pass or wherever else we were going." So it just took a while for me to find this fragrance. So again, just like the Eros bottle, this is kind of like a square that has been smushed. So you have, it's a little rectangular side there. The cap here is very good. Is very pretty well. Cap is pretty much just like the Eros one. What's different about this is that when I take off the Eros cap, nothing hit me. I had to put my nose right up to the nozzle in order to smell that mint that I was telling you about. Here, when I take the cap off, I'm immediately hit with the notes, well, the two main notes that I say, two main notes I say, are the features of this fragrance. The highlight of this fragrance is a leather and cherry, and that's what Jeremy Fragrance, when I watched one of his videos when he featured this, is what he says. It's basically a cherry leather fragrance, and kind of the juice kind of looks like that. It's kind of like a light reddish, pinkish, not necessarily pinkish, but I'd say it's a dull red, very watered down red. And if you could see it face to face, it look kind of does look like a cherry kind of a flavor or color. So wherever it's from, I want to say Germany, but it might be from France. I'm not sure. I can't remember. It's one of. I think it's one of those two. I'm pretty sure it's one of those two. No, I can't. As I was saying, you can get it. Well, I'm not sure if you can get it, but there was a fragrance store at a country in Epcot at a World Showcase at Walt Disney World, and I was trying to find it there because I could not find it online. And I was finally able to find this. I'm not exactly sure where. I'm not sure if I got it from fragrance.net or a department store, but this is actually very good. I love wearing my leather jacket, and so I love wearing fragrances with my leather jacket. And I'd say this is pretty, I would say, 1/3 of the way. The little box symbol right there in the center of the bottle, you can see that the liquid inside kind of matches that top line of the little square label. So that's about how much, and I really do. I like this fragrance. As soon as whenever this one ends up, I can definitely tell you that I will buy this one again. Okay, so let's see. Guerlian La Homme Ideal. You get $154.99 from Fragrance Net, and like I said, it's cherry leather. And like I said, I'm not going to go through all the different notes like I tried to one time. This is just basically just give you what does it smell like, so kind of thing. Why do I wear it? Why do I want to wear it? Because I want to smell like something. So that's the second one. I would recommend getting this one in your collection. Uh, not I would not recommend the Eros. It just doesn't appeal to me that much. But if you like the Eros fragrances, I used to have the Dylan Blue, but I switched it out for the other blue fragrance that was featured in my last part two. Because because again, the Versace, a lot of the Versace fragrances are well known. So the Versace Dylan Blue was so well known, everybody used it. I mean, I think had 2 or 3 jobs where I distinctly smelled somebody wearing Versace Dylan Blue. I had a colleague at one of my jobs that until he pretty much drowned himself. I mean, he must have taken a bath or a shower in this stuff every single day because he just came to, I mean, you can use the word reeking. And so, five sprays a day of whatever cologne I want to wear. That's usually uh, usually what I do every day. I mean, this guy, he must have put like 15 to 20. He smelled like Versace Dylan Blue. But I switched it out for, what was it? It's Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir. So it does have blue in the title, but it was a different one. Not so many people are aware of Narciso Rodriguez, and that was a find thanks to Michelle Curley and her channel, Curly Fragrances. So if you she features a lot of them that are not exactly well known, but are still pretty good. And I think, no, I have one other that was a not rare find, but was a good find. Uh, Welcome find to my collection, but I don't think it was Michelle Curley that recommended it. I think it was somebody else. So anyway, I'd recommend this one, not so much the Versace Eros. Okay, let's move on to number 3. Alright guys, let's move on. This is number 3 in this video, probably number 15 in my collection, down in my collection. And I'd have to say that this, if I had to be honest, excuse me, excuse me, if I had to be honest, this one right here is probably my favorite fragrance, because this is the second bottle of this fragrance that I've purchased, that because I liked it so much, and I do spray this a lot because it's a very versatile fragrance. I can wear it every time, all year round. It has a lot of appealing notes that I like, and I love to wear it, especially in the wintertime around Christmas, because it just takes me back to a memory that I used to have of my childhood with one Christmas. But anyway, let's move on. This is Dolce & Gabbana, the 1 EDP version. I like this version. Some people argue that the EDT, the original formulation and version, is the best. I like this one better because it's stronger, and I just love this fragrance so much. Smelling it, I just smell it. It just takes me right back to this one Christmas I can remember as a child. Where it smelled. This to me is Christmas in a bottle. I remember this one Christmas we used to live in Miami, so we came up here. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why I'm here now in Kentucky. Don't ask me why. But we came up here to Kentucky because my grandmother used to have a home up here, and so we came up here to Kentucky for Christmas. And, it was snowing. It was cold. Snow was falling. Snow was on the ground. We went inside Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. Can't remember which. And then we had a wood fire going in the house and in the fireplace, and then we had a tree, I think, that was covered in that white powder, a real tree back then that was covered in that white powder, and we just had a lot of the Christmassy smells and Christmassy time. I mean, everybody was there, the whole big family. It's just that's just what this smells like. Every time I smell this, it takes me back to that memory of that Christmas. But this is very good. Like, again, as I say, this is probably, if I had to pick one, this is probably the one that I would choose to keep in my fragrance collection, because it's you can find this pretty much anywhere. It's relatively affordable, and it just smells great. Let's see here. Dolce & Gabbana, the 1, you can get this on FragranceNet for $134.99. for a 3.4 ounce bottle. You have grapefruit in here, which is a good mood booster. Help boost your mood, boost your confidence. Then of course you have tobacco in here. That's what makes. That's not the. It's not just those two fragrances or two fragrance notes, but there's more notes in there. But those two, that's why, because you have one grapefruit that brings up springtime or warm weather. And then you have the tobacco, which to me is works more during the cold weather, and so you just have that makes it versatile to me, and it's such a great fragrance. You can wear this all year round, and again I'll say, this is my favorite fragrance to wear at Christmas. I just love this fragrance. This definitely get this in your collection. If you clicked on this video, I very much appreciate it, and I hope that you would agree with me if you're into fragrances. That this is a great fragrance. Now, of course, actually, I think I've recently replaced this fragrance, so that you can see I haven't used much of this one, but this is the second bottle. So probably just replaced this a few months ago, so haven't used it much. But this is a great fragrance. I love it. I love Dolce & Gabbana. The 1 is my favorite. So, alright, let's move on. We have 2 more left. Alright, the next fragrance here that I got here, I'm not necessarily sure if I could say that I like it. And I didn't get the fragrance for the fragrance. I got it because I supported the creator of this fragrance, Jeremy Fragrance. I had been watching him for a while and his fragrance reviews, and I think that's how I found Dolce & Gabbana, from one of his reviews. But I had been following him for a while, and then he came out with his own fragrance line. And out of support of him, I wanted to get this next fragrance. I don't know if it was me. I'm hoping it was just me, but I had a bit of a hiccup, or a bit of a. I'm not exactly sure what else to call it. But this is actually the bottle fragrance, the Office for Men. That's what it's called. But this bottle is empty. This bottle, I'm not exactly sure what happened. I just got, I guess I just got a dud, because the sprayer that was in here, it wasn't spraying the cologne out. The nozzle, I mean, it just must have been a faulty nozzle that when I pressed down on the plunger, it just the juice just sprayed towards the bottom, kind of spilled out the sides here. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. I just got like a dud nozzle, or what do they call it? Oh well, term might come to mind. That's another thing too. I don't know all of my jargon for some of these things. So the atomizer. There you go. It was just faulty, and so I had to get a pair of pliers, pull the nozzle out, and then I bought another bottle from Amazon, just a generic perfume bottle, and so here it is. It hasn't been used much. I got this. Another reason I got this was that at the time I bought this, I was working at where I worked. I was working. I'm not sure if my manager or supervisor just did not like fragrances or what, but I'm telling you, she gave me an awful time every time I wore a fragrance. She goes, that is way too strong. You put way too much on. It smells gross. Blah blah blah. It was always negative comments about it, and this one is a strong fragrance, so you wouldn't need much of this. But I bought this because Jeremy Fragrance advertised Office for Men. This is something that you would wear at the office, and so I sprayed some of this. Actually, it actually is pretty good. I might have to start wearing more of this, but as I've said, here in Kentucky, the weather is always different, so you never know when a warm weather fragrance is going to help. Is going to be work for that day. So anyway, so this is a good fragrance. As you can see, I like this. I do like this bottle, because I can see the juice inside, even though it's kind of clear, the juice inside. But I can also see, when I might need to order more. And it is kind of expensive, so this is kind of more of a luxury fragrance. You have to get it from the website, or at least I think you still do. FragranceOne.com. And this is Office for Men EDP 3.4 ounce bottle. Is going to cost you $279. Now there's a plan where you can pay for it in installments over, I think, 4 months. But this is basically a stronger version, which I don't know how they made it stronger. Giorgio Armani, I believe that's the perfumer that Jeremy Fragrance used to make this fragrance. Acqua di Gio Profumo. I don't know how you can make that stronger. That's a stronger version of the original Acqua di Gio. And so Jeremy Fragrance loved Giorgio Armani because he loved that fragrance. So that's why he loved Giorgio Armani. And so he got Giorgio Armani to make his fragrance, his first fragrance, Office for Men. And he just asked him if he could make a souped up, stronger version of Acqua di Gio Profumo. So that's what this is, if possible. I mean, how can you? I don't know how he made that stronger, but Jeremy Fragrance said he did. So I want to. I think I want to start wearing this more when the weather's nice outside. I'll grab for this more. I'm not sure as of now if I would buy this one again, because $279 is a pretty hefty price, and I can't remember how much it cost, but the Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir, would probably smell something similar to this. Acqua di Gio, all those blue ones, kind of have the same vibe. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, the Acqua di Gio, the Narciso Rodriguez Blue Noir, and Versace Dylan Blue. They all kind of have the same kind of bluish vibe to them. So, and you can get those for a lot cheaper. So I'm not exactly sure. I do like to support Jeremy Fragrance when I can. I just know him from his videos. I mean, but he seems like a genuine good guy. He's a Christian. He goes to church. He seems to like what he does. He puts effort into it, and he's effort into what he does. Um, he seems like he has some dignity, some pride, and some and what he does. He puts a lot of effort into what he does, and I respect that. So whatever you think of him, some people might not like Jeremy Fragrance, but I do, and and so I wanted to show my support by buying his first fragrance that he came out with, Office for Men. And this, I mean, it's good. It's good fragrance. It really is. I like it. Opening the cap, it hits me already. So it's a very strong fragrance. I can't really give you reviews on the cap because this is not the original cap, not even the original bottle that it came in. I like the bottle that it did originally come in. Aside that it's just black and white. He said that he just wanted kind of simplicity when he was actually had a few videos that he was coming out with before he launched this fragrance. Bottles that he was trying, and he just said, the basic classic is just black and white, and so that's what he went with. I do like the bottle. It's not square. It kind of fits in your hand, and it's more rounded. So that's kind of cool how it kind of like fits in your hand instead of like the basic squarish rectangular bottles that most men's fragrances come in. So, but that is a good fragrance if you can afford it, and I would get that. But I understand that some people can't pay over $200 for a fragrance, and I think I had it actually saved up for it because I was just like, that's a pretty good a hefty price and pretty good investment for a fragrance. I mean, something that's just going to spray on and then wash off at the end of the day. So, but I still like it. It's just the price. Alright, so we're going to move on to the last one. Stick around. Okay, guys, we're here on the last fragrance of this video. This is going to be fragrance 15 in my collection. How I arranged them by small bottle to bigger bottle. This one here was a awesome find. What's her name? Monica Conch, I believe, if I said that right. I hope I did. Watching one of her fragrance videos, she recommended this one. This is Bentley Intense for Men, and it's not exactly half empty, but it's getting there. This is a nice fragrance. I wear this often because it's pretty cheap, and well, actually, I can't find the I wasn't able to find the bottle. I was only able to find a travel spray price. But this fragrance wasn't that expensive, and so you 3.4 ounce bottle, and so you got a good amount of juice inside. And I like how the bottle is. It's kind of hard to describe. It's kind of like a diamond shape, grounded diamond shape, and so that's kind of cool. It's different. The cap, I think, I'm not sure if it's no, it's not magnetic, but it's just pretty. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Nope. Well, no. I thought it would stay on there. I thought it was a good cap. I mean, Okay. Well, I don't know. Will that cap work? Does that cap stay on or not? Can you hold it by the cap? I don't know. But anyway, the cap itself is actually kind of nice. It's got some weight to it, and the nozzle kind of sits down a little bit in there, and then let's see, what does it say? Oh yeah, it says Bentley. I can't read the bottom one. Let's see here. Oh, fragrances. Bentley fragrances. So, this is nice. I like the color, the juice. You can obviously see the color of the juice inside. It's a nice amber looking color. It looks very much. This fragrance is boozy. It's very boozy. It smells just like whiskey. And so that's why I like it. And actually looks like it. Actually looks like what it smells. I mean, so you see that color, that light amber color in there, and it looks just like any kind of whiskey or bear with me while I think about this. Bourbon. Bourbon. There's the word I was looking for. Whiskey or bourbon that you might, that you might get. This might look like I think one of my favorite mixed drinks. I don't drink much anymore, if at all, but I think one of my favorite mixed drinks was the old fashioned. So this kind of reminds me of an old fashioned, and so, ooh, very nice, very nice, very nice boozy fragrance. Very nice. So I would definitely recommend this one in your collection. Let's see. Again, I wasn't able to find it on FragranceNet or Perfume.com in the bottle form. FragranceNet, you can get a travel spray, which will probably last you about 30 days, a month, for $11.69. But I wasn't able to find a bottle. All right, so that's that. We have 15 down. So what is that? So we got the 8 fragrances left. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to feature them all at once in the next part and get it over with or not. I kind of like the idea of doing them all in one and getting it over with, because none of the videos of this part as of now have been viewed. And I do. The major part of why I do these videos is because I have the time to do them, and because I do enjoy them. I enjoy making them to a degree, and so it is mostly because I want to do it. But it also is a little bit discouraging when nobody watches them, nobody comments, nobody subscribes, nobody likes the videos. It's just like, it just makes it like I'm up here wasting my breath. And so I'll probably continue making them, because like I said, I just have the time. But at the same time, I wish that people would subscribe to the channel. I see views on some of my videos. So I said in my last video, the one video of my channel that's gotten the most views and comments is one I posted on my 39th birthday. When I turned 39, and if people are, I'm pretty sure I tell everybody tell everybody that watches in every single video, I have a channel. So that means I have more videos. You click on one video, if you like what you saw, I mean, obviously, I got a whole lots of comments on that video. People liked it, so why not click on another video? I just do not understand. And nobody drops a comment. I mean, I watch videos, and some of the videos that channels that I really like. I mean, it's not far before they actually get into the nit and grit or the main part of their video that I've already clicked on the like button. I know I might be sounding like a broken record here, but I just was hoping, I would just hope that I would get more subscribers. I see in some of the channels that I watch, I see they have displayed in the background, their plaques that they've gotten from YouTube, and how they've gotten so many subscribers. I have no idea what it takes to get the first one, but Yee Life, that's the one that I what channel that I watch, that they excuse me, it didn't seem like they really cared about the plaques, because Yee Life features a lot of guns and a lot of shooting, and so they've actually used them as targets, and so maybe it doesn't really matter because actually that sounds like a very good idea to me. Because I shoot, I collect guns, I'm into guns and all that stuff. So, and I was just telling a friend of mine at the range the other day that it's nice to come here and have a range to shoot at. And some of the targets that they have is kind of cool. I like shooting this one skull target that they have, but it's just paper. But the skull has a pink brain, and the lungs are green, and then it has a your windpipe, the windpipe line that goes, it runs down from the jaw to the lungs is pink, and then it is holding a gun, so you can kind of shoot the gun, you know, target the gun that it's showing at you, and then kind of shoot that, and it's kind of pink, and then just other ones, kind of like a replacement targets, kind of like go over all them holes that you just made. Those the targets are just round, circles, circle, circle inside, but they're black on the outside. But then when you shoot them, bullet goes through, and it leaves like a little green indent or green mark. That's all well and good. I just wish that sometimes I had something that kind of pinged when I hit it, and so made a noise. And so those targets like that, the YouTube thing. I'm not saying I would use it as a target, but because it would take me a long time since I only got two subscribers, and I thank you both. I thank you both if they watch this video. Excuse me again, but yeah. All right, well, I think I rambled on long enough. Y'all know how this goes, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and end this video. I don't know where my puppy is. I don't know where he is, but we're upstairs, and my bed. He's probably in my bedroom somewhere, and I'm here in my office, and so I don't want him. He is pretty much potty trained about about 3/4 of the way. So every now and then he does go on the carpet, but so hopefully if we're not up here on the carpet that long, he won't be tempted to do it. So. Anyway, I've rambled on long enough. This segment here is just over 10 minutes. So, putting this all together is, all my videos too are at least 20 minutes long. So that is more than enough time for somebody to click on the like button. So I would say again, everybody, please help me build my channel up. Like this video, comment down below. If you like what you saw, tell me what you liked. If you didn't like what you saw, constructive criticism is welcome. Just, again, constructive criticism, try to be polite about it at the same time. Very welcome, because obviously I want to get better at what I'm doing here. Like, comment, subscribe to this channel, please. Hit the subscribe button. It's right there. It's right down there at the bottom. It doesn't take that long to click. Just move your mouse, click on it, and you might even want to hit that notification bell if you like what you saw. So, because fragrances is one of my passions, but it's not my only one. And like I just said, I like guns myself. I featured a few guns here on my channel, the ones that I have in my collection. I actually purchased a new one that's on its way. It's kind of funny that how I was at the gun range a few weeks ago, and I was just passing the Glock section. And so, just on a whim, I started looking at the Glocks, because that was my very first gun that I ever purchased, was a Glock 19 Generation 4. And so I was just passing the Glock cabinets or whatever, looking at them. And so somebody comes around and say, what, you want to look at these? And I said, well, I might start looking at getting a Glock in my collection. And then my brother that works there started telling me about the new generation Glock 19s that just came out, Glock 19 Generation 6. And so, I was like, oh, cool. Well, he had one already, and so he let me shoot it one day, and it was a great gun. So obviously a different shoot from the pistol that I usually carry, the Kimber 9 Micro 9. So obviously, because it's a single stack, the Glocks are double stacked. So the grip is going to be a little bit different, and the kickback or the recoil is a little different too. And but I think the Glock having a bit more bulk to it, even though it's a different grip, different shooting experience. Actually, I think it might be better than my Kimber. I don't mean to get rid of my Kimber because I really like the gun. I've already put about 1,000 rounds through it, but excuse me, excuse me. I might start carrying it as a sidearm. So anyway, but that's coming. And then also that I have I bought a rifle, a 22 rifle, and recently with my 22 pistol and my 22 rifle, I was having trouble with the ammunition that I was putting through it. So I think I finally found the ammunition that works. I kept getting it, not necessarily, I wouldn't call them jams. What would happen is that the spent cartridge would not eject all the way, or it would get kind of stuck. It wasn't jammed. It was kind of stuck inside the barrel. It hadn't even gone into the barrel yet. When I pulled the trigger, it was just click. Nothing happened. So it wasn't not necessarily jam though. I wouldn't call it a jam. But I was using CCI ammunition, and now I've moved up to Federal, and so I think it's a little bit more expensive maybe, but it works a lot better, and not having to stop and clear the gun, with almost every other shot, it helps your the shooting experience, because you actually like to go back and go shooting. Why am I going to shoot this rifle if almost every shot I have to stop and clear the magazine or clear the barrel? So that's coming too. I just want to be able to test the rifle with that ammunition. Before I tested the pistol, it worked a lot better than the pistol. I had 3 snags compared, and 250 rounds compared to, with the CCI. Again, the problems it kept giving me. But anyway, now it's 15 minutes, so I think I'm gonna stop this video because I'm getting I've been coughing a little bit, and so I think I need something to drink. I'm talking a bit too long, and I got my karate shirt on, and so the karate is tonight. But man, since the weather is so bad, I'm not sure if I want to get out today. But I'm dressed and ready to do it when the time comes that if I want to go. So, but that's another thing too. I do karate, and so I recently did my test last December. Got my 2nd degree black belt. It's going to be a few more years before I can get my 3rd degree, but I'm thinking about doing a tournament later this year. So we'll see how that goes, and so. There's a lot of interesting things that I can be posting up on here, and if anybody thinks any of that is cool, you can comment that down below. Okay, 16 minutes now, so I'm gonna again close this video. Like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell. Thank you for watching. Bye.